Hi everyone, it's me Billy, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about clown shoes. Before we jump into it, here's a quick lesson about the history of clown shoes. The use of clown shoes dates back to as early as the 17th century, when English touring theaters made their way through Germany. Performers would often wear oversized clothes and, you guessed it, big floppy shoes. These entertainers inspired clowns in the early 1800s to wear big shoes for a comedic effect. Today, clowns from all over the world maintain the big shoe tradition by finishing off their looks with a pair of clown shoes, while others modernize the tradition for practicality and originality. Now here's everything you need to know about clown shoes. First of all, let me start by saying you don't need a pair of clown shoes to be a clown. There's lots of other options out there to tie your look together. Clown shoes that you'd find at Party City or a costume store are great for somebody that's gonna dress up as a clown for Halloween. But they're not as great for somebody that's gonna be spending a lot of time in them. There are some great shoemakers out there that can help you design the perfect custom pair of clown shoes for you. When you think you're ready to invest, I recommend checking out Spears Specialty Shoes, based out of Springfield, Massachusetts, or Capri, based out of Fullerton, California. You should be able to find whatever you're looking for at either of those places. There's a couple of things to consider when you're picking out a pair of clown shoes, like practicality, color, and design. This is my very first pair of clown shoes. At first, I didn't know what my costume was gonna look like, so I decided to get black so it would go with everything. This is my second pair of clown shoes, royal blue, my favorite color. Can't you tell? Although these clown shoes matched my costume great, they weren't that practical, so they had to go. Next, I did the unthinkable, and I completely ditched my clown shoe for a pair of custom Nikes. Check them out. These are my Chill Murrays. These colorful Nikes matched my costume and were much more practical for the tumbling and acrobatics that I did as a clown. There's no one else in the world that has this pair of Nikes, and that's what makes these great for me. Look at the size of these guys. These are one of my favorite pairs, made by Spears Specialty Shoes, the shoemaker that made all of the shoes for the Who's in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. They're my most expensive pair, and I've worn them the least. Another pair of custom Nikes. Yup, these don't look like typical clown shoes, but that's okay, because there's no rules in clowning. One of my favorite things of these shoes is that a part of them glows in the dark. I use this next pair when I'm a character clown. They work great for being a Boy Scout or a park ranger. I use these guys when I'm a therapeutic medical clown making bedside visits at the local children's hospital. Hey, they kind of look good with this outfit too. Do you know who would know a lot of amazing stuff about clown shoes? A couple of the best clowns in the biz, Taylor Albin and Dean Kelley. Let's call them up. Hey, you guys!
Hey!
I was just telling everybody about clown shoes, and I know that you guys have one of the most amazing collections of clown shoes I have ever seen. I was hoping that you could talk to me and everybody else a little bit about clown shoes.
Absolutely, we love different types of clown shoes. In fact, like you mentioned, we love to collect clown shoes. We have all different types from all over the world, from various eras of production and time, from the 80s, the 70s, all the way to now.
I'm sorry, we said we were ready and
Hello?
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up.
All right, so clown shoes can be so many different things. But did you know that Vans actually used to make clown shoes? And we have a pair right here. That's right.
Believe it or not, this is a Vans clown shoe. Like the kind of Vans that you would buy to go skateboarding or whatever,
Yeah.
fashionable, sneakers. But this is one way that they started. They actually would produce these and sell them to clowns all over.
And when these were made, I'll show you. And on the inside here, they actually have an inner shoe. It's actually a Vans shoes that are on the inside. So you lace that up and bam. Now see, this is an example of a clown shoe where you take a regular street shoe and you put it inside so your foot isn't sliding around. Now we also have a bunch of other pairs of shoes that are custom made to our feet.
You can choose whatever type of shoe, just like with a wig or nose or makeup. Your shoes are another extension of who you are as a clown. That can be anything from as simple as a brightly colored sneaker or a black dress shoe that might be a couple sizes too big, all the way to purchasing a professional custom-made clown shoe that fits your foot. This was my last style of shoe that I wore on Ringling, and it is a Spears shoe. It's custom made to my foot. This feels kind of like a sneaker, so it's very lightweight. For me, I did a lot of running. My character as a clown is super energetic. So I wanted to make the shoe, it's not but maybe an inch longer than my actual shoe size. So it's much smaller, but it's just enough to add a little bit of character to my look.
The clown shoes that I like to wear, they look like Converse sneakers, but they're clowny. I've had a few different manufacturers make the shoes for me. They look like this. That's right, I call them my Clownverse. These were made in Mexico. You know, they're a pretty good shoe. They lasted me, they served their purpose, but I needed something a little more heavy duty. So I went to a different company called Capri Shoes, and I took this shoe into their store, and I asked them, can you make this? And they said, absolutely. And a few weeks later, I had these in my possession. So you can see that they did a pretty good job at recreating this shoe into this one. Now, my final pair that I wore on Ringling Brothers were these right here. Now, me, personally, I like my clown shoes to be a certain length. A lot of times people, when they see clown shoes, you know, or they think clown shoes, you just think they should be big and floppy. But when we were working in the circus, those big floppy shoes could get in the way. So my shoes, I make them 14 inches because it just works for my height and my athleticism when I'm, you know, working as a clown. Some more shoes that circus clowns have worn, made by Wayne Scott out of Howey in the Hills, Florida. Yeah, that's a great name for a city. Wayne and Marty Scott made these incredible shoes made out of solid leather on the inside, leather lined, and also with these custom-made clown shoes, we had to send them several measurements of our foot. That's not only tracing it, but giving them several measurements. That way the inner shoe that is made will fit your foot perfectly, and they won't fit anybody else. That way when you're working, your foot isn't sliding around. They're a little more comfortable than just a regular pair of shoes because they're made for you.
A lot of times people will ask clowns and us, what is in our clown shoe? A lot of people think it's like cotton or something like that. This is actually made with foam. This particular clown shoe is made with foam, and that's so that way they're lightweight. You can run in them. They're not super heavy and dragging you down. Whereas some other styles, kind of like the one Dean was showing you earlier, what is it made of?
These are really heavy duty shoes with a all leather sole, and the filling is actually horsehair. Now, a lot of people kind of scratch their heads on the horsehair, but the reason why they used horsehair was because it holds its shape.
Another example of a different type of shoe that's out there. You know, I believe this one is a Peruvian from Peru.
These shoes are unique because we were talking about an inner shoe and a lot of clown shoes. These are completely hollow.
I don't even know if it's even bigger than an average shoe.
Yeah,
it really is. It's the same size as an average shoe. The only difference is there's a little bubble on it, on the toe.
Our shoes are pretty colorful, but we also have some plain colored shoes like this one right here. This is from a manufacturer right here. Their name's Comanche. I'm not sure if they're in operation anymore, but these right here are just a simple black pair of shoes. Again, that's the thing about clowning. There is no right or wrong. Pick what you like, what works best for you, and what works best for your character.
Clown shoes can get very costly. That's why it's really important for you to do your research on what works best for you. For us, we're professional clowns. We would tour across the country. We would do hundreds of shows, and we needed to invest in our product and buy a shoe that would last.
Can you give me any tips for helping take care of my shoes?
To clean your clown shoes, use a nice mild saddle soap. It nourishes the leather, it moisturizes it, and it cleans it at the same time. And also a nice simple oil that you can work into the leather, because they are leather shoes, and you know, leather dries out over time. And so you want something nice and light and neutral that will soak into the leather and keep it soft and keep it pliable and usable for years to come. And you can get all of those supplies from shoe repair stores that are in town.
Whenever you store your clown shoes, you want to make sure that they're not getting smashed. We would have them hanging with just some elastic, just to make sure that they're not getting smashed or anything like that. Oh my goodness, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Look! Look! Right in between two legends, Greg DeSanto and Lou Jacobs.
What an honor.
I know.
Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I knew that I could rely on you to have a ton of knowledge about clown shoes. Thanks again, you guys. See you later.
Thanks,
Bye.
Molly.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Bye. Did this help you learn more about clown shoes? Let me know in the comments below.